Obi was only a chairman of a bank. Do you need to study accounting to be a bank chairman? Ajiboye. Peter Obi, it is well with you because the way they keep talking about your ESF go the echo. Everybody Peter Obi, you turn the Peter Obi. Wetin happen? Yeah, this Peter Obi is not relevant. This Peter Obi does not have structure. Why are you always talking about Peter Obi? Wetin happen? Wetin happen? All Progressive Congress people and All Progressive Congress leader has downplayed former Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi's financial background while defending President Bola Tinubu's economic credentials and electoral legitimacy. That's what he's paid for, to defend President Bola Tinubu. So let him cook. BL00DY Ajiboye drew sharp distinctions between the two politicians' professional experiences during an interview with Channels TV, arguing that Tinubu possesses superior financial expertise. Bola Tinubu was a man who was a finance expert. He was a finance guru with multiple multinationals. Okay. Obi was only a chairman of a bank. Okay. Do you need to study accounting to be a bank chairman? Ajiboye question. You self answer it by yourself. Suggesting Obi's banking role required less specialized knowledge than Tinubu's corporate background. Okay. The APC chieftain highlighted Tinubu's gubernatorial record as additional evidence of his leadership capabilities. Even Peter Obi has leadership capabilities. He was also a governor, so what are you saying now? Secondly, the same Bola Tinubu was a successful governor in Lagos State, he stated. The same Peter Obi was also a successful governor in Anambra State. Mr. Ajibola, when challenged about Obi's own gubernatorial performance in Anambra State, Ajiboye dismissed comparison and demanded concrete evidence. No, bring the records. How can you say Peter Obi was successful in Anambra? Look, I don't want to talk about Peter Obi, he responded. You don't want to talk about Peter Obi? Oh, really? Oh, you don't want to talk about Peter Obi, so why are you comparing him to your president? Why are you comparing him? You want concrete evidence. What did Tinubu do in Lagos? What? What did he do? I want to know because I don't understand. People that really worked in this Lagos state was Ambode and Fashola. What did the president, what did he do? You don't want to talk about Peter Obi. Ajiboye then shifted focus to electoral legitimacy, emphasizing Tinubu's 2023 presidential victory and his right to govern. We had an election in 2023. Somebody won that election, right? The fellow that won the election deserves to rule, deserves to have his own term, in government, in governance. On one hand, he argued. The party leader concluded by asserting Tinubu's superiority over other presidential candidates. Coincidentally and consequently, the fellow that won the election happened to be the best out of all them. He's really the best out of them all. You have to defend the person that is paying you salary, so I'm not surprised. He also argued that Atiku's performance as vice president is nothing to write home about. He noted that his boss, Olusegun Obasanjo, assessed him as not being fit to rule Nigeria. According to him, Obasanjo wrote a book about Atiku and says Atiku has a great penchant for irregularities. Okay, we don't hear you. Ifeanyi says, when Obi was in the bank as a chairman and your big bro was busy doing his drug business, sponsoring fights against a government that never tolerated his dirty deals, I doubt we were from under Oshodi Abi Ikeja bridge. I doubt. Truth says, if you never criticize Obi, you have never shown your loyalty. So continue. We have known the pattern. No be today. Exactly. No be today. Anybody that comes from ABC, we know that they must talk about Peter Obi. You say you don't want to talk about him, but you started comparing him to your guy first of all. I beg you. Every Twitter says, you think people are blind to what is going on in Nigeria. Your views will always support Tinubu certificate. He cannot defend anyway. Do you know how many courses Obi have studied for his career? Tribal bigots. Obi won Lagos, you claim. Tinubu performed wonders. Do you know Obi won the election in more states than Tinubu? Of course you know that. Goodness says, if anybody can be picked to chair a bank, which bank have you ever been picked as the chairman, Abi? Or which one are you presently chairing? Go on defending illegality. Go on applauding impunity. You may go to Buhari in the land of the dead and make inquiries. He imported bandits to Nigeria against Jonathan. Today his home state is being ravaged by banditry. You refuse to acknowledge that Peter Obi defeated your Tinubu in his backyard. Don't mind them, leave them alone. The lady says, if not money and lots of personal gains. I don't see the reason why anybody living in Nigeria for the past 2 years will shamelessly defend Tinubu. It is APC people that they don't have shame. They don't have shame. I used to see Yorubas as good technocrats. Tinubu is a letter down from that stock. His performance, hunger, poverty, insecurity, and suffering has made him undefendable and uncomparable to many of his peers, let alone Obi. Thank you, Jare. Chikezie Ozeminam says, shut up, my friend. You don't know what you're talking about. Ordinary accountant that works in a bank, you want to compare with a chairman of banks that has over 2,000 branches. He's not even a bank manager, just like Elomelu, who is the chairman of UBA Bank. How can you compare him to a man who forged certificates or drug trafficking, a man who forfeit over $400,000 election rigor? What did he do in Lagos? A whole capital of Nigeria, where all leaders of past good record had worked tirelessly before him. Don't mind them, he built Lagos. What did he do? What exactly did he do in Lagos? Evangelist Ebere says, you can only deceive yourself by saying you don't want to talk on Obi's performance as a governor where he excelled, but you want to go to the 2023 election, which people rigged him out. A bank manager and a drug baron compared. Was your brother Abiola, whose presidential mandate was annulled in 1993, not an accountant? Does Nigerian constitution forbid accountants from ruling this country? Go and return the money you collected from Tinubu. You cannot deliver for him. The brain is not there. Hey, Pat Esema says, bandits acquired over 50 Nigerians in Katsina State, added to over 200 in Yewa in Benue State. It shows clearly that President Tinubu lacks what it takes to protect Nigeria. People that are acquired, as they are even more than that safe. More than that 250 that you just counted. Way more. Sonny Prosper says, who is this ghost? They will always want to use Obi to get attention. Don't mind them. And later they will say Obi is not a threat to them. And you're always mentioning Obi. His name is never out of their mouth. Every time, all the APC member, Obi this, Obi that. Some of you guys read down to thought is always your nightmare. Shame on jobless APC stars. Pikin wake up say mama no go sleep. That pikin self no go sleep. As no one allow Obi rest. Una self no go rest. Yes, you people keep saying that this guy came third. Atiku came second. Why are you not attacking at Atiku? Why are you not always talking about Atiku? Why always Obi all the time? What's happened? Don McLean says, I can smell this nice psychophancy from hundreds of kilometers away. Not be only you they smell him. Not be only you they smell him, but of course he has to eat. If he doesn't attack Obi, they will not pay him. They are not paying him, so I don't blame him. He has to work for what he will eat. But listeners, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.